As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Play action. It's Smith. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Right back to Cook for another completion. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3 and out, and for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
One there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Room here to run. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's good for a Cowboys.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
The 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
They'll try the air now with Smith. He'll buy some time right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Pacheco. And just shutting him off there. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out left to Dotson. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Go!
Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
They've gotten up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's taken in by Palmer. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, second down. The Cowboys, it's 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Throwing on third down, Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is taken at the 18. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Come on.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2. He'll look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. Keeps himself upright. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get point. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you have one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They go play action here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Cup 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
18 rebel. 18 rebel.
Back to throw again. That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is Hines. Evades him at the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nyheim Hines. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Cowboys take over first down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 18-yard line.
Okay, break.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Get it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cowboys 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes Grant on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no 1st down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the 1st down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Gotta give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, they'll take that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Powell, another throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven that once the target its backs through the air and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back to throw, Howell.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And way up past the 35 before before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And Howe will throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Mike Williams.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game. I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. He juked him, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nyheim Hines, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Howell from the gun.
And complete right side to Cook. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st down, Howell to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down. Howell.
Escaping the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he stopped immediately there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
3rd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Vikings,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
and they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.